Have you ever noticed that your dog sometimes avoids certain people for no apparent reason? Or that they seem to know exactly who can be trusted and who can't? Believe it or not, science has proven that dogs have an incredible ability to recognize human emotions, detect liars, and even sense danger before it happens. A study from the University of São Paulo found that dogs analyze our facial expressions and adjust their behavior accordingly, choosing to interact with friendly people while avoiding those who show hostility. And it doesn't stop there. Other research has revealed that dogs can detect chemical changes in our bodies when we're stressed or nervous, meaning they can literally smell danger. In today's video, you'll discover how dogs can identify fake people, read your emotions, and even use their noses to save lives. And there's a hidden skill at the end that could be the difference between life and death. So don't forget to like and subscribe, because what you'll learn today might just change the way you see your furry best friend. Now let's dive in. Number 1. Dogs know when someone is mean. Your dog isn't just watching people, he's judging them. And science backs this up. A study published in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews tested how dogs react to different social behaviors. In the experiment, researchers had actors either help or refuse to assist a dog's owner with opening a tricky container. Here's where it gets interesting. Dogs happily accepted treats from the helpful actor. They were even fine with the neutral one, who did nothing. But the person who refused to help, the dogs wanted nothing to do with them. This proves that dogs don't just observe human interactions, they actually evaluate them and form opinions. Another study from Kyoto University in Japan found similar results. Dogs prefer people who show kindness and cooperation. And it makes sense. In the wild, survival depends on choosing the right allies. Your dog applies the same instinct to his human pack. So, if your pup seems to dislike someone for no reason, maybe they do have a reason after all. Number 2, dogs never forget your smell. Your dog might forget where they buried their favorite toy, but there's one thing they'll never forget: your scent. Research from Emory University used MRI scans to analyze how a dog's brain responds to different smells. The results were astonishing. When dogs picked up the scent of someone they love, the reward center of their brain lit up with happiness. In other words, your dog doesn't just recognize your scent, they associate it with pure joy. And this bond is so strong that even years apart won't break it. There are countless real-life stories of dogs recognizing their owners after being separated for long periods, simply by smell alone. But here's the emotional part. If you're away for too long, your dog doesn't just miss you. Some studies suggest they might even experience something similar to grief. So whether it's been a few hours or a decade, when you come home, that over-the-top excitement, it's not just happiness, it's love locked into their memory through scent. Number 3, dogs don't trust liars. Dogs aren't just loyal. They're also great at spotting liars. And science proves it. A fascinating study from Kyoto University in Japan tested this with a clever bait-and-switch experiment. Researchers had people point to a container, sometimes with treats inside, sometimes empty. At first, the dogs followed the directions, but after being tricked, they learned fast. By the third round, they completely ignored the dishonest person, even if the treats were real. This means dogs don't just react in the moment, they remember who deceives them, and it's not just about food. Another study found that dogs pay attention to human reliability in everyday interactions. If someone gives inconsistent commands or frequently misleads them, dogs lose trust in that person over time. In short, if your dog stops listening to someone, maybe they've earned that distrust. After all, in a dog's mind, the rule is simple. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, not happening. Number 4, dogs can read your face. Ever feel like your dog knows exactly how you're feeling just by looking at you? Well, turns out, it's not your imagination. A study from the University of Vienna, published in Current Biology, proved that dogs can distinguish between human facial expressions. In the experiment, researchers trained dogs to recognize happy and angry faces on a screen. Even when shown unfamiliar faces, the dogs could still tell the difference. But here's the kicker. Before the training, the dogs naturally avoided angry faces. This suggests that, even without being taught, Dogs instinctively recognize and respond to negative emotions, and it makes sense. Dogs evolved alongside humans for thousands of years. Over time, they became experts at reading us. Your dog doesn't just see your face, they interpret it. If you're sad, they might comfort you. If you're angry, they may give you space. And if they're giving someone the side eye, well, maybe they know something you don't. Number 5. Dogs can read your body language. Your dog doesn't need words to know exactly what's going on. Dogs are experts at reading body language. After all, that's how they communicate with each other. They instinctively pick up on small cues, like posture, muscle tension, or even the way someone walks. For example, if a person says they're friendly but their body is stiff or tense, your dog might not trust them. Studies show that dogs rely on these subtle signs to judge whether someone is a threat or not. And they don't just observe strangers, they do the same with you. Ever noticed your dog reacting before you even realize you're stressed? That's because they're always watching, noticing even the tiniest shifts in your behavior. If you tense up around someone, your dog might interpret it as a sign of danger and react accordingly. Number 6. Dogs can smell bad intentions. Your dog may not have a sixth sense, but their nose is basically a superpower. Dogs can pick up on things we don't even realize, like stress, fear, or even bad intentions. Ever noticed how your dog reacts differently to certain people? That's because they're detecting subtle cues like body language, scent changes, and even tiny shifts in your own behavior. Studies have shown that dogs can smell the chemical signals our bodies release when we're anxious or scared. That means even if you're trying to act calm around someone shady, your dog knows you're uneasy. And if they sense you're uncomfortable, they might become protective or keep their distance from that person. Interestingly, confident people are less likely to be bitten by dogs, while nervous or anxious individuals might unintentionally trigger a dog's defensive instincts. So if your dog doesn't trust someone, maybe it's worth paying attention, because they might be picking up on something you're not. Number 7. Dogs know when someone doesn't like you. Ever had a weird feeling that someone secretly doesn't like you, but you couldn't prove it? Well, your dog might know the truth before you do. Studies show that dogs can pick up on subtle social cues that reveal how people really feel about you. In a fascinating experiment, researchers observed how dogs reacted when their owners were treated poorly. If a stranger was rude, dismissive, or even just cold towards the owner, the dogs became more distant and were less likely to accept treats from that person. And it makes sense. Dogs are loyal pack animals, and their priority is protecting their own. If someone doesn't respect or like you, your dog might sense it through their tone, body language, or even scent. People who are irritated or secretly dislike someone may release different stress hormones. And guess what? Your dog can smell that. So if your usually friendly pup suddenly avoids someone, refuses their treats, or even gives them a little side eye, it might not be random. They could be picking up on signals that you missed, subtle hostility, bad intentions, or just plain negative vibes. Moral of the story, if your dog doesn't like someone who seems nice, maybe trust your dog first. Number 8. Dogs can smell serious illnesses. Your dog's nose isn't just for sniffing out treats. It could actually save your life. Scientists have discovered that dogs can detect certain illnesses, including cancer, diabetes, and even malaria. Their noses are so powerful that they can pick up tiny chemical changes in a person's body before symptoms appear. Organizations like Medical Detection Dogs train pups to recognize the scent of diseases in samples of breath, urine, and even skin. Some dogs can even alert their owners when their blood sugar levels drop dangerously low or when a seizure is about to happen. And here's the craziest part. A study found that dogs could detect lung cancer just by sniffing a person's breath, with an accuracy rate of up to 97%. So yeah, when your dog won't stop sniffing you in a particular spot, maybe don't ignore it. They might be trying to tell you something important. Number 9. Why dogs bark at some dogs but not others. Ever wonder why your dog barks like crazy at some dogs but totally ignores others? It's not random, it's instinct. Dogs communicate through body language, and they're experts at picking up on tiny details we don't even notice. A stiff tail, tense muscles, or even the way another dog looks at them can send a message. Sometimes a friendly one, sometimes a warning. But there's more. Dogs also rely on memory and past experiences. If they had a bad encounter with a certain breed or type of dog, they might react aggressively to similar-looking dogs in the future. It's like they're thinking, last time I met a dog like you, it didn't end well. So I'm not taking chances. And let's not forget their sense of smell. Dogs can detect stress, fear, or even hormones that signal dominance or aggression in other dogs. So if your pup suddenly goes into enemy mode, it might not be about what you see, but about what they smell. In short, if your dog seems picky about their canine friends, trust that they have their reasons. After all, they're working with senses far beyond what we can perceive. Now you know how dogs can sense the world in ways we can't, from sniffing out liars to detecting danger. But there's more to your dog's superpowers that you're missing out on. Watch our next video to learn about the 13 strange things dogs can see and hear that you can't. You won't believe what your dog is noticing while you stay clueless.